Unit 2 ARM7 based microcontroller Part 6. So in the previous section we have seen the data processing instruction and the control flow instruction. Today we will see data transfer instruction, that is move the data between the register and the memory. There are three basic forms: single register load and store, multiple register load store, and single register swap, that is SWP, atomic instruction for semaphore. So the data transfer instruction move the data between ARM register and memory. Which has three basic forms, that is single register load and store, multiple register load and store, and single register swap instruction. Now three basic forms to move the data between the ARM register and memory. So single register load and store instruction, it consists of a byte or a 16-bit half word, a 32-bit word. So in single register load and store instruction, it may be a byte or 32-bit half, a 32-bit word or 16-bit half word. In multiple register load store instruction, these are less flexible than the single register transfer instruction, but it enables large amount of data to be transferred with more efficiency. They are used for procedure entry and exit, to save and store workspace register, and to copy block of the data around the memory. So it is used to save or restore the workspace register for the procedure entry and exit, and to copy the blocks of the data. Third is single register swap instruction. These instructions are used to exchange the values of the register with a value of memory, both load and store operation in one instruction. These are less used in user level program. These are mostly used to implement semaphore to ensure mutual exclusion for shared data structure in multiprocessor system. So single register swap instruction, it is a value in a register to be exchanged with the value in a memory, in short, to implement the semaphore to ensure the mutual exclusion on access. So single register data transfer. For word transfer, the instructions LDR or STR. So go for word transfer instructions LDR or STR. Now LDR is immediate offset, that is load with immediate offset. So LDR is used to load something from the memory into the register, and STR is used to store something from the register to memory address. LDR is load from memory into register, and STR is used to store something from register into memory. Next is byte transfer. So it is LDRB or STRB. L loads, S is for the store. Half word transfer, LDRH and STRH. Next is load single byte or half word load value and sign extended to 32 bits. And all of these can be conditionally executed by inserting the appropriate condition code after STR or LDR. So single register load store. So syntax for the load and store is given here: LDR or STR condition, then RD and addressing. So LDR is load word into the register or load something from the memory into the register. STR is save the byte or store the word from the register into memory. LDRB is B is for byte, so load byte into register, and STRB is for save or store the byte from the register. When it is loaded, then it is into register, and when it is stored or saved, then it is from the register. Now for byte, it is a 8-bit address. One byte is nothing but 8 bits. Next, LDRH is load half word into register. Store is save half word into register. LDRSP is load sign byte into a register, and the LDRSH is load sign half word into register. Now STRSP and STRSH, these instructions are no STRB, STRSP and STRSH, since STRB and STRH store both signed and unsigned ones. The data items can be 8-bit byte, 16-bit half word, or 32-bit word. So addresses must be a boundary aligned. For example, 4's multiple of LDR or STR. Now LDR R0, R1. So not R1, it is into the bracket. So value which is stored at the here LDR operation, it loads the value at the address which is found at address R1, and destination register is here R0. Now STR R0 in bracket R1 is, it store the value which is found in R0 to the memory address which is found in R1. So load and store. Load means here load R0 in bracket R1 means it load the value at the address which is found in R1 and the destination register is R0. And for store, it store the value which is found in R0 to the memory address which is found in R1. Now LDR, LDRH and LDRB, this is for 32, 16 and 8 bits. Similarly STR, STRH and STRB is for 32, 16 and 8 bits. Next is addressing. So register indirect addressing, base plus offset addressing, stack addressing and block copy addressing. Now base plus offset addressing, it has a base register R0 to R15 and offset is or subtract an unsigned number. So it is immediate register and scaled register. So we will see one by one. First is register indirect addressing. Here the ARM data transfer instructions are all based around the register indirect addressing. Here the ARM data transfer instructions are all based on the register indirect addressing with the modes base plus offset and base plus index addressing. The register indirect addressing uses a value in one register as a memory address. It uses a value in one register as a memory address and either loads the value from the address into another register or store the value from another register into memory address. So it uses a value in one register which is base address as a memory address. Now LDR R0 in bracket R1. So here R0 is the destination register and the value which is at the memory address of R1 is stored into R0 and STR R0 R1 it store the value from the another register into the another register that is R0 into the memory address which is here R1. Now other forms adding immediate or register offset to the base address. Initializing an address pointer. Now a small offset to the program counter R15. The ARM assembler has a sudo instruction ADR. As an example, a program which must copy the data from table 1 to table 2, both of which are near to the code. So ADR R1 So ADR is register relative. that is it generate a register relative address in the destination register for a label defined in a storage map. What is ADR? ADR is register relative. So it generate a register relative address in destination register for a label defined in a storage map. So here for example is program which must copy the data from table 1 to table 2, both of which are near to the code. So ADR R1 table 1. So R1 points to table 1, and if it is ADR R2 table 2, then R2 points to the table 2. Single register load store, a base register and offset which may be another register or an immediate value. So copy ADR R1 table 1, ADR R2 table 2, loop LDR, that is load R0 R1. R0 in bracket R1 means value at the memory address of R1 will be stored into the R0, and str R0 R2 means value of R0 will store into the memory address which is given to the R2, which is given at the R2. Now add R1 and R2 hash 4. Base plus offset addressing. So, if the base register does not have the right address, an offset up to the kilobytes may be added to the base to calculate the transfer address. What is base plus offset addressing? If the base register does not have the right address, then an offset of up to kilobytes may be added to the base to calculate the transfer address. So, for example, LDR R0 R1 comma hash 4. So R0 is the destination address where the value which is at the memory location R1 will be stored, and it is added or subtracted by 4. This is pre-indexed addressing mode, and it allows one base register to be used to access a number of memory locations which are the same area of the memory. The base register is modified to a point to transfer with the help of auto-indexing. So for post indexing LDR R0 in bracket R1 comma hash 4, it is equivalent to simple register indirect load but faster and less code space. So it will store the here destination register is R0, which will store the data which is at the memory address of R1, and R1 is equal to R1 plus 4. Auto indexing is LDR R0, so it is memory and there is no extra time, and auto indexing perform while the data is being fetched from the memory. So this diagram shows the pre-indexed auto update from post index. Now here base register R1 offset is 12. The instruction is str R0 R1 hash 12. So here str means store instruction or the save instruction is used. The destination address here R1 is the register or which is the base register which has 0x200, and 12 is offset. Okay, 12 is offset. And the destination register is R0. Here it is a store, so source register for the str is R0. So here source register is R0, which has a value 0x5, and it is stored at the location 0x2c. Now post index str R0, so original base register is here R1. R1 is original base register and offset is 12. Now 12 has offset is 12 and updated base register is R1 0x2c. So the source register R0 has value 0x5, which is stored at 0x200. Now the next is loading constants. No single ARM instruction can load a 32-bit immediate constant. No single ARM instruction can load 32-bit immediate constant directly into the register. All ARM instructions are 32-bit long. ARM instructions do not use the instruction stream as a data. The data processing instruction format has a 12-bit available for operand 2. If used directly, this will only give a range of 4096. Instead, it is used to store the 8-bit constant. It gives a range of 0 to 255. These 8 bits can then be rotated right through an even number of positions. This gives a much larger range of constant, and that can be directly loaded. Through some constant will still need to be loaded from memory. To load a constant, simply move the required value into the register. The assembler will convert to the rotate from for us. So move R0 comma hash 4096, move R0 comma hash 0x100. The bitwise complements can be formed using MVN. The value that cannot be generated in this way will cause an error. Now loading 32-bit constant. To allow the larger constant to be loaded, the assembler offers a sudo instruction. So LDR RD comma equal to constant. This will either produce a move or MVN instruction to generate the value and generate LDR instruction, that is load instruction, with a PC relative address to the read the constant from a literal pool. For example, R0 move R0 comma equal to and FF. So these are the examples. The PC relative addressing mode can be used to load a register with a value stored in a program memory a short distance away from the current instruction. It can be seen as the special case of the base plus offset addressing mode, one that select the program counter as the base register. Now multiple register data transfer. If more number of datas are to be transferred, then it is convenient to move the several registers at a time. These instructions allow any subset of 16 registers to be transferred with a single instruction. So the load and store multiple instruction allow between 1 and 16 register to be transferred to or from the memory. Order of the register transfer cannot be specified. Order in the list is insignificant. The lowest register number is always transferred to or from a lowest memory location access. The transferred register can be either any subset of the current bank of register, any subset of the user mode bank of register when in a privileged mode. The base register used to determine where memory access should occur. 4 different addressing modes. The base register can be optionally updated following the transfer. These instructions are very efficient for moving the block of the data around the memory and saving and restoring the context, that is stack. Allow any subset or all R0 to R15 of the 16 register to be transferred with a single instruction. So LDMIA R1 comma in bracket R0 R2 R5. So here R0 is equal to memory 32-bit memory of R1, R2 is R1 plus 4 and R5 is the memory location destination, which is equal to R1 plus 8. So multiple register data transfer means if more number of data to be transferred, then it is convenient to move the several registers at a time. These instructions allow any subset of 16 registers to be transferred with a single instruction. Next is stack addressing. Now a stack is usually implemented as a linear data structure which grow up an ascending stack or down a descending stack memory. It is usually implemented as a linear data structure which grows up an ascending stack or down a descending stack memory. A stack pointer holds the address of the current top of the stack. A stack pointer holds the address of current top of the stack either by pointing to the last valid data item pushed onto the stack, a full stack, or by pointing to the vacant slot where the next data item will be placed. The ARM multiple register transfer instructions support all four forms of the stack. So a stack is last in first out memory which support dynamic memory allocation. Stack is last in first out memory which support the dynamic allocation. It is usually implemented as a linear data structure which grows up or down memory as data is added to it and shrinks back as data is removed. Stack pointer holds the address of the stack top. There are four varieties on a stack which represent all combinations of ascending and descending, full and empty stack. The ARM multiple register transfer function supports all four forms of stack. So, first is full ascending. So full ascending means the stack grows up through increasing memory address and base register points to the highest address containing a valid atom. It grows up and base register point to the highest address containing a valid atom. Next is empty ascending. The stack grows up through a increasing memory address and base register point to the first empty location above the stack. So it grows up and base register point to the first empty location above the stack. Next is full descending. The stack grows down through the decreasing memory address and the base register point to the lower address containing a valid data. Next is empty descending. It grows down and the stack grows down through the decreasing memory address and the base register point to the first empty location below the stack. Next is block copy addressing. Now block copy addressing, the ARM assemble supports two different views of the addressing mechanism. The block copy view is based on whether the data is to be stored above or below the address held in the base register and whether the address incrementing or decrementing begins before or after storing the first value. The mapping between the two views depends on whether the operation is load or store. For example, here the two instructions which copy the 8 word from the location R0 points to the location of R1 points to. So we can write instruction LDMI R0 R2 minus R9. So what is block copy addressing? This view is based on whether the data is to be stored above or below the address which is held in base register. And whether the address is incrementing or decrementing before or after storing the first value. Next is single word and unsigned byte data transfer instruction. Pre-indexed for that instruction LDR STR condition. This is syntax is given here. Syntax for post indexed form and PC relative form. Now LDR is a load register, STR is store register, B is for unsigned byte transfer, default is a word, offset it may be hash plus or minus 12, bit immediate or plus or minus RM shift. This symbol shows the auto indexing and T flag selects the user view of the memory translation and protection system. Next is the example, store a byte in R0 to a peripheral. So for that, LDR R1 UART add. So UART address into R1. Here UART address will be loaded into the R1. Now STR R0 in bracket R1. Now store the data to UART R1 UART add. So here store the data to the UART. Next is multiple register transfer instruction. So LDR STR syntax is given here. So here add mode, that is addressing mode, it specifies one of the addressing mode. This symbol indicates the auto indexing, and register it a list of register, for example R0, R3, R7 or program counter PC. In non-user mode, the CPSR may be restored by the LDM. In non-user mode, the CPSR may be restored by here LDM condition. The syntax is given. In non-user mode, the user register may be saved or restored by this syntax. The register list must not contain the program counter, and write back is no allowed. Next is swap memory and register instruction. Now the syntax for the swap condition be RD, RM and RN. RN will go to the RD and here RM will go to the RN. It combines a load and store of the word or unsigned byte in a single instruction. For example, add R0 semaphore swap R1 R1 R0. So exchange the bytes. Exchange the byte. The status register to general register transfer instruction. So MRS condition, the CPSR or the current mode SPSR is copied into the destination address. All 32 bits are copied. So here example is given, MRS R0, CPSR and R3, SPSR. So here R0 and R3 are the destination address. Now general register to status register transfer function. Now MSR condition CPSR field or SPSR field has 32-bit immediate. So this field is one of the C, that is control field, X is extension field, status field or flag field. So here field is one of the type, that is either control field, extension field, status field or flag field. Thank you.